Okay. Why we are also quiet? We generally, okay, for the Infosys Mohali Club, we generally are talking something or the other until we start our meeting. So feel free to jump in, talk about anything, maybe your holy plans. It's holy. It's just let's celebrate. Dipali is going to share what's her plan.
I didn't had any plan. So suddenly in the morning, I got a call from my Masi, and she's like, "You need to go to Bhabhi's house and all." Currently, I'm sitting there, and they're like, "No, you don't need to go to your house. We will spend Holi here." Now I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. Either I'm going to my home or I'm sitting here and spending Holi with all of these people. I barely know her, so.
It's okay. You're going to have fun. It's holy. People anyway enjoy wherever they are.
Yesterday also I played Holi with my some colleague, those who are here in Delhi. And after playing Holi, I'm all red and green. Then when I came back to my home, and my father was like, "You went for some office work, right? So why you are so colorful?" Then I was like, "Papa, please understand. This is not." And I went at like nearby Holi dates, so this should happen.
Nice. This is why I don't go out on Holi. All right, great. Rohit, are we good to start? Okay. All right, until then, we can start with
this colorful frame. How to start set this colorful
Harshita,
frame?
yeah, if we can stop this live stream right now, and when we can start it when the meeting is on. Okay, I think it could be better.
It's okay. We will cut this part.
Oh. Okay. Cool. So I think we meet on MS Teams, and where we don't have any recording thing because like office policies. So we just go live, and that's all. Like a live meeting, and then you don't have anything to refer in the later on.
No, I totally understand, because there are times when people are talking about their office and everything. So it's good, and that's the reason we asked to join Zoom, because we can record the meeting, and I think this is for the first time you will be able to see your recording as well. So this is great.
Yes. So like in the starting, I will start. I will welcome, and I state the what is Toastmaster, and then I will hand over to you. Okay, and you just take introduction from the guest and hand over to T-Mod. Cool.
Definitely.
Okay.
All right. I think shall we, Rohit? Are you?
Yes.
Okay.
We are good to go.
Yes, please.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. Is everyone here?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, Rohit.
I want everyone to say it now. Everyone, please check your mics and audio. This is a joint meeting. We all need interaction from everyone here.
Good evening, Rohit.
Good evening, Rohit.
Good evening, Rohit.
Good evening, Rohit.
Okay, that's fine. You're all making me nervous. Okay, so before we begin the meeting, since this is a joint meeting, we all should ensure that we must follow some ground rules. So rule number 1, please ensure you are on mute if you are not speaking. Number 2, please refrain from any behavior that might distract a person while speaking unless the person specifically asks you to do. Rule number 3, if you are going to speak about religion, politics or sex, you need to do it in a manner that does not offend anyone. Otherwise, you might land up in jail. Rule number 4, this being an online meeting, please focus on the speaker. Think of this as a test for your listening skills. Last rule, try to focus throughout the meeting to make the meeting more lively. Now, does anyone know what's the mission statement of Toastmasters? Anyone?
We'd like you to do the honor, Rohit.
Please enlighten us.
So we provide we all together, we all support each other so that we can have positive learning experience and we can empower people so that they have a good and happy life. So with this, I would like to pass on the stage to President 1, Harshita Aura, President 2, whomsoever it is.
It's Toastmaster Puneet. Hey, Toastmaster Puneet, please take it over.
Okay. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I welcome you all in the first ever collaborative meeting of Infosys, Toastmasters Mohali Club and Toastmasters Club of Speaking and Leadership. So first time we came here as a joint meeting. So can you please give a huge round of applause for yourself? Thank you so much. And now I formally open the meetings with this pen. So Toastmasters International is a non-profit educational organization that operates clubs worldwide for the purpose of helping members to improve their communication, public speaking, and leadership skills. Through its thousands of members and clubs, Toastmasters International offers a program of communication and leadership projects designed to help people learn the art of speaking, listening, thinking, and structuring your thoughts and sharing it to the members. It was founded by Ralph C. Smedley on October 22, 1924. So Toastmasters meet regularly to practice speaking and to evaluate each other's skills. At a local club, we gain confidence in many aspects of both speaking and leadership. So Toastmasters often make here you can make new friends, and there are no any instructors in the meeting. Instead, each speech and meeting is generally evaluated by a member of your club in a positive manner, focusing on what was done right and what could be improved. So this is the whole agenda. And now with this note, I pass on the stage to the president of Toastmasters Club of Speaking and Leadership to take the introduction and invite the Toastmaster of the day. So she is very passionate learner and enthusiastic Toastmaster Harshita on your screen.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Puneet, and that was a wonderful introduction to our Toastmasters. You enlightened us with so many facts. Thank you so much. Now, moving to our guest introduction, I see we have a few. I am not sure if you are a guest or member. If you are a member, please forgive me, but then I'll just call the name so that I do not miss out anybody. So we have first Toastmaster Chintan from Gurgaon Club. Thank you so much for joining us. We have Mohit. Mohit, is Mohit a member? Oh, Mohit. Okay. Yes, of course. He's our Mohit. Thank you so much for joining. And now we have Priyanka. Priyanka, are you a member or a guest?
I'm a guest.
Okay, would you like to give us a brief introduction about yourself?
Yeah, hi. So my full name is Priyanka Chauhan, and I am in Infosys Mohali since last almost 3 or 4 years, and I've joined almost 3 meetings for Toastmasters Mohali Club. So I try to be regular, but like juggling between work and home and everything, I could not make it. But whenever possible, I try to come and be a part of this meeting, and I enjoy being is there's a lot of things that we gain, things that we learn. The communication being the first, the main pointer, and the other things also like the perspectives of the other speakers as well. So yeah, I guess that's all.
Thank you so much. We're glad to hear you got time today for the Holi celebration. I hope you enjoy the meeting. Thank you so much. Now we have somebody with the name of Success Tuber. Hey, are you a guest or a member?
Hey, hi, Ashita. I'm Tarun. I don't know which ID is this.
Hi, hi Tarun. So now you're still a guest. Would you like to give us a brief introduction, please?
Yes. Hi. My name is Tarun Singh Toparia. I have completed my BTech in 2020. So basically an engineer, you can say. But by heart, I'm an actor. And by profession also, I'm an actor. I have left engineering because I was not a very good engineer. So trying to be a good actor now. Let's see how far I can go in this. So, by the way, happy Holi to everyone.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much, Tarun. Tarun is not just an actor, he's a poet as well, if I'm not wrong. I remember the poetry from the last meeting. Thank you so much for joining this meeting as well. Now, we have one very special member, Toastmaster Anurag. He was guest till the last meeting. He has become our member. So welcome, Anurag, to your very first meeting as a member. And would you like to give a brief introduction to the other members and guests?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, this is Anurag. Basically, I'm from Haryana and I have been staying in Delhi for the past 5 years. And I'm working as a lawyer in Delhi and working as an advocate. So that's a brief about me.
Thank you so much. We hope you have a wonderful journey in TMSL and I wish you all the very best. Thank you. Now, are we missing on Gitika? Are you available to share a brief introduction?
Hi Harshita. Hi everyone. So you want me to introduce myself?
Yes, just a brief introduction.
Okay. Hi everyone. Myself Gitika Chavra. I'm working with CRED, and I am a mother of a daughter of 5 months girl. Currently, I am on my mat leaves. So trying to involve myself in things which I can because of the time that I have right now. That's about it.
Thank you so much. Gitika is my friend for a very long time and I'm glad to have her here in the meeting. Thank you so much, Gitika, for joining. Now it's time for a quick screenshot. If everybody can come on camera, we'll just quickly take a screenshot. All right.
Sorry for my end.
It's okay. Can we have Arpit, Chintan, Ishan, Purva, Priyanka, Anurag on camera? Great, thank you, thank you. Amazing, all right. Because it's Holi, on a count of 3, let's say Happy Holi, okay? And I'll take a screenshot. 3, 2, 1.
Happy Holi.
Happy Holi.
Happy Holi.
Why so sad? Okay, again. 3, 2, 1. Happy Holi.
Happy Holi.
Great. Thank you so much. Now, before we begin the meeting, I have just a few announcements to make. So first of all, last week we had a moment of truth session and we took a survey from the fellow TMSLian. And I am glad to share that the average rating for the club was 4.7 out of 5. Isn't that amazing? Can we clap for ourselves? Now, second announcement, we are going to have our 300 milestone meeting on 24th of March. And it's going to happen offline in Himachal Bhavan. Please make yourself available, block your calendar, and we will see you there. It's going to be a huge celebration, and I invite all the members of Infosys Mohali as well. If you can make it, please join the meeting. We would love to host you. All right, with that, first, I would like to congratulate and wish all the very best to our debutante Toastmaster Dipali. She's going to perform her very first role in the meeting. Can we all wish her a good luck? Toastmaster Dipali, all the very best for your first role.
Good luck.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All the best.
Thank you, Rohit. Thank you.
Great. Now today we have a Holi theme and half of us are turning off their camera. Can we have everybody on camera? Can we have some energy before we begin? Just put some funny backdrops if you can, Holi backdrop, or maybe some funny picture. Just have some energy today because we are celebrating a festival, one of the biggest festival in India, right? at least just have a smile on your face. All right. With that, again, I welcome you all to the 303rd meeting of TMSL and 106th meeting of Infosys Mohali Toastmasters. Now, as I said, it's a Holi celebration, and we have a very special member for our Toastmaster of the day. He is a fitness coach by profession. He's also an actor. He sings really well, and he entertains us so much. So help me welcome Toastmaster Rohit as Toastmaster of the day for our Holi celebration. Toastmaster Rohit, stage is yours.
Thank you so much for this wonderful introduction, Toastmaster Harshita. Fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, first of all, I welcome you to the meeting, and many congratulations to all of you on this wonderful occasion. Now, right from this point, there are two ways in which I can take this meeting forward. The first one, I would love to sing a song for all the beautiful people around here. Second thing, I will tell you an interesting story, how I celebrated my Holi in childhood, and it was one of the most memorable Holi of mine. So for people who want to go with the song, just raise your hand. Harshita, could you please tell me how many people are there, because I can't see it. My phone
there are a few, and because I want to hear music, I would say just go with the music for sure.
All right. Now, guys, those who do not want to go with the music or with the story can raise your hand.
Great news, nobody.
Nobody? All right. Then let's go with the music. Okay. It's one of my favorite songs, and it's very close to my heart. I've been listening to this song since my childhood. Meri hiriye फकीरिए नी सोनिए तेरी खुशबू नशीली मनमोनिए मेरी हीरिए फकीरिए नी सोनिए तेरी खुशबू नशीली मनमोनिए ओ याद आवे तेरी वेखा जदो चंद मैं तू ही दिसे जदो अखां करां बंद मैनू लगे राधा तू ते लाल नंद मैं काश तेनू भी होवां ऐदां पसंद मैं ओ याद आवे तेरी वेखां जदो चंद मैं तू ही दिसे जदो अखां करां बंद मैनू लगे राधा तू ते लाल नंद मैं काश तेनू भी होवां ऐदां पसंद मैं तातो नींद चो जगाया नी परोणिए तेरी खुशबू नशीली मनमोणिए ओ मेरी हीरिए फकीरिए नी सोनिए तेरी खुशबू नशीली मनमोणिए ओ देख गल तेरी कर देने तारे भी नाले मेरे वल्ला कर दे इशारे भी यही यार मेरे यही ने सहारे भी पर चंगे तेरे लगदे ने लारे भी सानू राहां च ना रोल लारे लोणिए तेरी खुशबू नशीली मनमोणिए ओ मैं ता चिड़िया नू पुछा कुछ बोलो नी कदों आऊ मेरी हीर भेद खोलो नी तुसी जाओ सच्ची जाओ नू टोलो नी जाके फुल्लां वाला जंगल फरोलो नी ओ गुलाब दियां पत्तियां च होनी ओदी खुशबू नशीली मनमोणी मेरी हीरिए फकीरिए नी सोनिए तेरी खुशबू नशीली मनमोणिए. Thank you so much, everyone.
Why are
Now,
you a fitness coach?
Yeah, I was
He's a
also thinking the same
singer.
thing.
Yeah.
passive income.
I will try this for sure. Okay, I was in my 7th standard, and before that, I celebrated the Deepavali, and I asked my mother. I left with some crackers, so I asked my mother. I asked the mother. I come up with this idea that could you please hide these crackers, and I will use these crackers on the Holi, because I thought that everybody in my school will coming up with colors, and I will be the only one who will be coming up with crackers. So that will be cool. And I did the same thing. So I reached my school on the occasion of Holi with a lighter and some crackers. So we had a ceremony, like we had to hug each other and then put gulal on each other's face. So my turn comes and I find out this lighter and the crackers. So my teacher asked me, why you bring these things? Lighter is not allowed in school. I said, no, actually, teacher, my friend asked me to do so. And she said, which friend did you ask me? I said, Pankaj asked me to do so. So he said, okay, I'm going to check both of your bags. And she checked me. So she find out in Pankaj's bag, she find out the lighter. And while everybody was celebrating Holi, me and Pankaj was in the ground in the chicken position in around 1 in the noon. And I still remember, that Holi. I hope you enjoyed the story. And for people who do not like music, the story was there. So with this, I take a break from this and introduce all of you to the structure of this meeting. Now, this meeting has been divided into 3 parts. The first part is the Toastmaster of the Day section, which is ongoing section. And in this section, we have 2 prepared speeches where the speakers will deliver their speeches on their respective pathways. The second section will be the table topic section, where our guests and members without a role will be given a chance to speak on impromptu. Like we have to think and speak on our feet at the moment. The last but not the least is the general evaluation section, where the general evaluator with her team will be giving feedback about the entire meeting. Now, this is the time to call upon stage the most important team, and we call them the tag team. So first of all, I want to introduce you to the Toastmaster timer of the day. And this role has been played by Toastmaster Parul from the Mohali Club. So Toastmaster Parul, I invite you on stage, and please, I request you to introduce your role to the audience. Toastmaster Parul.
So, hello everyone, good evening, fellow Toastmasters and the guests. Today I'm playing the role of a timer. So as a timer, so I will explain my role, all the rules and the regulation. Just only the introduction is required.
Yeah, you can share a brief introduction of your role.
Okay, fine. So as a timer of the day, I'm tracking all the speeches and the evaluator speeches of the day. The timing rule of the speeches are, for the prepared speech is it usually 5 to 7 minutes. For the table topic, it's 1 to 2 minutes, and for the evaluator, it should be 2 to 3 minutes. Now, to indicate the timing, I will be showing the green card. Just a minute, I'm sharing my screen. So is it visible?
Yes.
Yeah.
It isn't.
Did we lose Carol? Is she still in the meeting? No, right?
No, I guess she got locked out.
Okay, we can start with the second auxiliary role player, and then we can come back to Parul.
Sure. All right. So the next role player is the counter of the day. And this role has been played by Toastmaster Dipali, and she has been playing his first part. I think it's the first time Dipali is taking the role. So best of luck to you, Dipali, and I request you to please come on stage and introduce your role to the audience. Toastmaster Dipali.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Rohit, for giving me the stage. And guys, so I am here today. I'm the R counter. So basically, the role of the R counter is the one who is checking the unwanted words in your speech, whatever you use to fill the speech, so that no one will be checking that your speech is not going smoothly. So sometimes what happens, you guys use some words like maybe and so I'm the one who use a lot to use it as a filler word. So I am today going to I'm today going to check like what are your filler words, and specifically I will go individually level and I will check, okay, for you this is the filler word that you are using in your speech. So today I'm checking and I'm preparing the things that, okay, these are the filler words that you guys are using. And at the end of the meeting, I will be like submitting my report on this in the Toastmaster Club, so that you all will know what are the filler words and what are the frequency of those words that you use in your speeches at different point of time. Thank you so much, Rohit. You can take your stage back.
Thank you so much for the introduction, Dipali. You have a pretty smile, so keep smiling. Now, the next role has been played by Toastmaster Ishan, and he will be playing the role of a grammarian. So Toastmaster Ishan, if you are there,
Yes, good evening, fellow Toastmasters.
guys, please go on mute. Manish, Toastmaster Manish, please go on mute if you are there. Okay, so Toastmaster Ishan.
Yeah, Toastmaster Rohit, this is Toastmaster Isha. So good evening,
Okay,
Toastmasters and guests. I am Isha Chopra and I will be serving as grammarian for the day. As a grammarian, I'll make a note for a few things. I will acknowledge you for the good usage of grammar and vocabulary. I will notify words and phrases which needs to be improved. I will come up with better synonyms of traditional words. I'll also acknowledge you for using idiom and word of the day in a precise manner. Hence, I'll present my report when called upon by the journal evaluator in the evaluation section. I would now like to introduce you to the idiom and word of the day. Please confirm if my screen is visible to you all. Toastmaster Harshita,
Yes,
can
it's
you?
visible.
Because I can only see you.
Yes,
Okay.
it's visible.
So the word of the day is jubilant, which means feeling or expressing great happiness. Feeling or expressing great happiness. For example, the boy was jubilant to be with a dad he loved and away from an over-strict mom. Idiom of the day, all the fun of the fair, which means all the amusements of the occasion. Means all the amusements of the occasion. For example, the two doctors try to entice their newly arrived sister to all the fun of the fair. Try to use them in your speeches and table topic section. Over to you, Toastmaster Rohit.
Thank you, Toastmaster Isha. That was a very crisp introduction. Now, the next one is the Heartmaster of the day, and this role has been played by Toastmaster Harsh Arora. So, Toastmaster Harsh, I request you to come on stage and introduce your role to the audience. Toastmaster Harsh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rohit. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I am the Heartmaster of the day. Basically, I would like to tell the meaning of hearth. Hearth means list. So my role is to be an active listener for the meeting. I will be carefully listening to each speech of the meeting and accept my audience to do the same. I shall make a note of a series of questions from each speech and ask them during my report in the general evaluation session. Any unintentional noise shall be avoided during the speeches, as they might degrade the power of our listening. Thank you, Toastmaster. Over to you.
Thanks for the introduction, Toastmaster Harsh. Now, it's time to call upon stage the first speaker of the day. But before I call the first speaker, I would like to call upon stage an evaluator.
Sorry to disturb.
Yes,
like
yes, please.
Parul has left the meeting, so she is back now. So we can have her introduction of her role.
Sure, sure. So timer of the day will be played by Toastmaster Parul. So Toastmaster Parul, I request you to please come on stage and introduce your role to the audience. Toastmaster Parul.
Yeah, good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Today I'm playing a role as a timer of the day. So as a timer of the day, I am tracking all the speeches and the evaluator of today. The time rule for the speeches are, for the prepared speech, it should be 5 to 7 minutes. For the table topics, 1 to 2 minutes. And for the evaluation, it should be 2 to 3 minutes. Now I indicate the timing. I will be showing the green card. I'm sharing my screen. Please me when it is visible. Yeah. So I will be shown the green card as a lower limit of the timing, yellow card as the intermediate time levels, and the red card the final time limit. Anyone who does not speak until the green card is shown, or the speaker more than 30 seconds after the red card is shown, will be disqualified for the voting. I will be share my report at the end of the meeting when general evaluator calls. Thank you so much.
Thanks for the introduction, Toastmaster Parul. Now it's time for the prepared speech. The first prepared speech will be delivered by Toastmaster Jaggravi Garg. She is a very vibrant, she is a very consistent Toastmaster. But before I call upon stage Toastmaster Jaggravi, I would like to call her evaluator. And the evaluation will be done by Toastmaster Purva. So Toastmaster Purva, please come on stage and enlighten us about Toastmaster Jaggravi's speech.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Rohit. First off, for the starters, apologies for not abiding by the ethnic dress code of today. Anyways, today I am evaluating none other than Toastmaster Jaggravi's speech. Toastmaster Jaggravi has been a very consistent member ever since she has joined the club. Today, she is delivering her level 1 project 1 speech from the Pathways Strategic Relationship. And I wish her luck. I know she's going to rock the stage. Back to you, Toastmaster Rohit.
Now, thank you so much, Toastmaster Purva. Without any further ado, I would like to call upon stage Toastmaster Jaggravi. Toastmaster Jaggravi, the stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Rohit. Happy Holi, everyone. How are you all today?
Great.
You can write it.
Good.
We are great.
Great to know that. So let us start. The existence of colors has nagged at philosophers, scientists, artists, and thinkers for eons. Some would define these as the visual effect of light reflecting and refracting, while others, they would say that colors are about expressions. Most would probably agree that whatever they are beautiful. A splash of colors can make all the difference. There is a reason we don't see the world in black and white. Today, I'll talk about what specific colors mean to me. The first color I'm picking is brown. So Toastmaster Parul, what does brown color mean to you in one sentence? Toastmaster Parul, are you there?
Yeah, so it's me. Brown is a color of the chocolate.
I love that. I love that. Okay, so for me, brown reminded me of wood, my desk at work, even the blinds at work. So I work at Stanmax, which is a family-run business. Even the logo of the company is actually shades of brown. So Stanmax as a company was started by my grandmother in 1976. A little bit history here. So it was established as standards. We used to deal with everyday things like comb or brush and rubber bands and clutches and earrings and bangles, all these everyday things. So what happened was my grandfather, my Babaji, was a banker. So my grandmother said that we should start a business. What will the 6 kids we have do when they grow up? So my Babaji initially got a juice machine. People like juice, we'll sell juice. My grandmother sold that off. Then he hired someone to put up a Golgappa stall. Luckily, that person ran away. So then my Dadi took all the matters in her own hands, and we are what we are, where we are, all because of both of them and their contributions. So psychologically, brown represents strength and reliability. It is solid like earth. The second color I'm going to pick is green. So Toastmaster Ishan, what does green color mean to you? In one sentence.
Grass of the sport I love, football.
Wow, I have a similar interpretation of green. So green reminds me of greenery. It reminds me of the park where I run, just zipping past all the trees and bushes and grass. I started running in 2018, and the first time I ran, it was 300 meters. And after that, I was panting and my legs were burning. Fast forward to today. Today, I can run 10 kilometers comfortably. My best distance is 15 kilometers, after which I couldn't feel my legs. But 10 kilometers is quite comfortable. It has been a journey of falling down a lot, my phone announcing after every kilometer, distance traveled, 1,000 meters, time taken, 6 minutes, and speed. And there's Freddie Mercury singing, another one bites the dust in the backdrop. So that has been my running journey. Psychologically, green evokes feelings of abundance and it is associated with peace and rest. For me, green is meditation and recreation. Coming to the third color, which is the color blue, and it is my favorite color. So Toastmaster Priyanka, what does blue mean to you in one sentence? Toastmaster Priyanka, are you there? Okay, Toastmaster.
Guest.
So that's guest Priyanka. Okay, what does blue color mean to you in one sentence?
Yeah. So blue color implies sky, means sky for me. Okay,
great. So quite similar for me. Blue represents the vastness of the ocean and the insignificance of a person, the limitless sky, and the triviality of our day-to-day in front of that. Think about it. You are one person out of 7 billion people on one planet out of 8 planets, orbiting one star out of 300 billion stars in one galaxy out of 200 billion galaxies out there. I am a beach person. Look at my tattoo. And a water baby who learned swimming at the age of 20. Blue for me is peace. Psychologically, it is feelings of calmness and serenity. Personally, again, blue is also social. Facebook, Meta, Twitter, LinkedIn, and even Toastmasters. In the 2 short months that I have been here, Toastmasters has given me chances to drill deep, to be creative, to be confident. Honestly, after executing every new idea, I feel that now I'm out of ideas. I'm confident that you'll all see Walter White on the screen again very soon. Psychologically, it also means sincerity, wisdom, confidence, intelligence, and stability. I know that I've only scratched the surface, and colors make the world go round. They can sway thinking and change actions and cause reactions. They irritate and soothe you. They can raise your blood pressure or suppress your appetite. Red means stop and green means go. Traffic lights. Though in India, they mean go quickly and go, go, go. But that is besides the point. We can even see these colors on Toastmasters. My amber card was just up. My red card will be up soon. Besides this, there's yellow and black, which represent primal fear. To sum it up, colors are universal, timeless, beautiful, and jubilant. Happy Holi, everyone. To colors, joy, and growth. Wishing you all the best for the coming year. Thank you.
awesome speech, Toastmaster Jagruvi. It's like the second half, and I am inside the pub, and the energy is going higher. Like when music goes up, the energy is going higher. So let me add into this fire. So before that, I want each and every one of you to open your cameras, open your mics, and please give a big round of applause for Toastmaster Jagruvi. Amazing energy. So let me add to this energy. ਕਿਹਾ ਪਾਇਆ ਏ ਪਿਆਰ ਵਾਲਾ ਜਾਲ ਨੀ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਜਾਵਾਂ ਤੇਰੀ ਯਾਦ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਨਾਲ ਨੀ ਤਾਂ ਰੋਗ ਮੈਂ ਅਵਲਾ ਲਿਆ ਪਾਲ ਨੀ ਸ਼ਾਮ ਪੈਂਦੇ ਹੀ ਦਿੰਦਾ ਏ ਦੀਵੇ ਬਾਲ ਨੀ ਉਹ ਮੇਰੀ ਮਨ ਅਰਜੋਈ ਅਗ ਲਾਉਣੀ ਏ ਤੇਰੀ ਖੁਸ਼ਬੂ ਨਸ਼ੀਲੀ ਮਨਮੋਹਣੀ ਏ ਮੇਰੀ ਹੀਰੀਏ फकीरिए नी सोनिए तेरी खुशबू नशीली मनमोहनी. With that, I would like to call upon stage the second speaker of the day. But before I call the second speaker is Toastmaster Arpit Mehta, and I have said this thing a couple of times that this guy himself is an inspiration. So Toastmaster Arpit Mehta's speech evaluator is Toastmaster Puneet. So Toastmaster Puneet, I would like you to call. It's Toastmaster Puneet. I just allow me.
So Toastmaster Puneet is yeah, hello.
Your voice is breaking. Who's there?
Puneet. So I am facing some network.
Yeah, okay.
Can you please confirm I am audible now?
It's been
Puneet, your voice is breaking.
Little bit, but then we can understand what you're saying. Please go ahead.
Yeah, Puneet, go ahead, please. Introduce the audience to the Arpit Mehta's speech, please. Puneet, are you there?
I think Puneet got disconnected. Okay, he's joined back.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, Puneet. Puneet, you can introduce the audience about Toastmaster Arpit Mehta's speech.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. So, hello everyone. I'm going to evaluate prepared speech at Toastmaster Arpit. And Toastmaster Arpit is going to attempt his level 2 project one speech from his respective passages. And understanding your so the purpose of this project is for the member to identify his or her primary leadership styles or style. And the purpose of this speech is the member to share some aspects of his or her primary styles or discuss which will be any type of speech, maybe motivational, inspirational, or so all the best to Toastmaster Arpit. Over to you.
Thanks for the introduction, Toastmaster Puneet. Now, without any further ado, I would like to call upon stage Toastmaster Arpit Mehta. Toastmaster Arpit Mehta, best of luck. The stage is all yours.
Hey, Rohit. Just 1 second, Rohit. I think we could not hear the title of this speech. So the title of this speech is Discover the Leader Within You. Discover the Leader Within You, Toastmaster Arpit. Over to you.
Harshita. So, I'm sorry to interrupt you, Harshita. Hello?
Yes.
Am I the only one who was having trouble hearing Harshita?
Yeah, Harshita was completely audible.
So is Rohit, Toastmaster.
Go.
Yeah.
Okay, Arpit, you can go.
Thank you so much, Rohit and Harshita. So, true leaders don't create followers. They create more leaders. The purpose of the leadership is to enhance and empower and to others, to other individuals to accomplish their goals, and also to provide a role model so that they can emulate it and achieve the targets. So, good afternoon, everyone. Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters and guests. So, what are the attributes of a leader according to you? May I ask Toastmaster Harshita? Attributes of a leader.
Well, I say leader must have followers, because without follower, a leader is just taking a walk.
Great. Rohit, Toastmaster Rohit.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, so so it's open to all. Like, what are the attributes of a leader? What should be the attributes of a leader? I ask every one of you. Please, one by one, you can.
I think they should be consistent in their work.
Consistent in their work. Yeah.
They should be team player.
Team player.
Yeah, and he should put his team before himself.
Right.
They should have a lot of guts.
Guts, good written. Yeah. So, so yes, these are the attributes of a leader. Amongst, he should also have empathy and the confidence. So, somewhere or other, there is a leader within us. And my favorite leader is Abdul Kalam and Elon Musk. So while I was preparing for this speech, I researched about what are the various leadership styles, and I came across the various leadership styles, namely authoritative, democratic, transactional, coaching, and delegative, etc., etc. So when I assessed myself through a test, so I came to know that my dominant style, my dominant leadership style is democratic one. But at the same time, I also recognize that there are situations in which I have to, change my decision making or leadership style. So what are those situations? It may be the situation or the problem is complex or simple, or maybe whether the stress level involved or the knowledge required for the task to be done is what level, and what are the laws and the policies regarding to that task. So that sometimes changes my leadership style. So for example, during one of my office projects, I had a target to achieve. I was given a target to achieve a particular task in one day. So all my subordinates were very apprehensive, and they were thinking that it is impossible to achieve that target within that time limit given. But I took the leadership role and designed the deliverables with the time limits, and motivated each and everyone in my team, and we actually achieved the target within time. So that now is the authoritative kind of leadership, in which which I use when there is some deadline is there, or some pressure or some management expectations are there. So I use this leadership as the time is less and the task is also unstructured. So, and another incident, there was an internal conflict, or if I can say, there was an ego issue between two of my team members, and no one was ready to resolve. So I took the leadership role. I convinced them separately, one by one, and got the task done. So now I generally do this kind. What I generally do is to call all my subordinates and discuss the problem. If it is a day-to-day problem, they know how to solve it, and they are at a free end to resolve it. And generally, we discuss the problem and try to come to a consensus. I involve each and everyone to come to a consensus, and then I decide what to do. So this kind of leadership is democratic one. Apart from this, I sometimes use delegatory type of leadership as well, in which I assign some task to the person who is most suitable for that job. For example, one of my colleagues is suitable for the field work, and another is for office work. So I assign the task according to their interest and their their qualifications. So sometimes I also use the coaching style as well, according to the interest of the people or maybe their requirements for the task. So and sometimes what happen in general, that there are some organization requirement. The organization requirement itself changes many times, or management expectation changes with time sometimes. So so in order to so the people to grasp it, or they are not able to adjust to the problems immediately. So what I do, I go and do the task and make it as a sample example to follow upon. So this kind of leadership is called as transactional or transformational leadership. So this is how I am leading and learning, and that's why I have joined the Toastmasters, because its tagline is also where leaders are made. So yes, this is how I am going forward. So thank you everyone. And lastly, I would like to ask, which leadership style suits you the best, to all the members. Thank you.
It was an awesome speech, Toastmaster Arpit. Guys, please keep yourself unmute, or turn on your cameras or mics, or just give a big round of applause for this guy. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Now, do we have the polls ready? Toastmaster Rohit? So all of us can vote for the best speaker, Toastmaster Jagrivi and Toastmaster Arpit.
Okay, we are done.
All right, all right. Now I hand over the stage to the table topic master of the day.
Okay, thank you so much, Rohit. So today for table topic, we have distinguished Toastmaster Gagan, and it's our pleasure and honor to have him as table topic master of the day. With that, I would like to hand over the stage to Toastmaster Gagan. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Harshita. I would just like to check I am audible.
Yes.
Yes, thank you so much. So, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, happy Holi, and this is Gagan Jolly in front of you. I will be playing the role of table topic master. So, before I start the session, I would like to tell you some rules and regulations. So, what we will do is first of all, this session is open for everyone, for member as well as guests. So, I will ask for the volunteers. You can ping on the chat window as well. You can raise your hand as well. And then you will come on the virtual stage. I will give you a topic, and then you have to speak on that topic for 1 to 2 minutes. So you will see a green card at 1 minute, a yellow at 1.5, and a red card at 2 minutes. And post that, you will have 30 seconds to wind up your speech. Now, why we should do table topics? As we have seen that we had amazing prepared speakers today. Okay. In life, we need preparation as well as impromptu. Okay, so with table topics, you will learn impromptu skills which you can apply anywhere. You can apply in your office, with your wife, with your girlfriend, or when your father scolds you for each and everything that you want from them. So with that note, ladies and gentlemen, we will start with the table topic section, and I would request the volunteers for the same. And trust me, I have some interesting table topics for you in the house. So who is my first volunteer? Manish. Manish, I just love that enthusiasm. Manish, can I see you on the screen, please?
Yes, please.
Hi, Manish. Good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
I am very good. So, Manish, I see you are quite fit and you are quite fine. And I would like to give you a topic, okay? So, how do you see celebrating Holi in 2075? So just imagine you are in future. So how do you see celebrating Holi in 2075, Munish Gupta?
Good evening, everybody. How do I celebrate my Holi in 2075? To be honest with you, I don't believe that I can celebrate my Holi in 2075. My age is 53. And if I add on 50, it will be 100. But with your blessings, if you think that I can celebrate my Holi in 2075, maybe that time my age will be 103 or 104. But there are few people, those who live maybe after 105, 106 also. I'll be very blessed. That time, I'll be having grandkids. Even my grandkids will also have kids. And it's a huge, massive family. And I do not have to go outside to play Holi. I will play with them. I'll be so happy. My son, my daughter, and their kids, and after their kids. And it's a huge number of people at home. And we are all happy. And in our culture, especially the Indian culture, that we live under one roof, majority of them. And I would love that I should stay with them and we all stay in one home where we can enjoy that day with colorful. And in the evening, we burn Holi in our tradition and we distribute this peanuts and what we call riodia in our language that we eat on that day. And after that, we know that it's going to be a summer start. I can't miss. I would love to have that day. Over to the Toastmaster, please.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Manish Gupta. And just let me tell you one thing, please add me as a fan in your list because you're so fit, not only physically, but from inside as well at this point of age. And I am going to invite you in Division U for sure for some healthy session that you can do on there. And I need that desperately because I want to celebrate Holi in 2075 with you. And I will pray to God that we do that. So moving to the next volunteer. So who is going to tell me about their thoughts on my topic? You can raise your hand, you can put in the chat window. And if you are not going to do that, I will pick you up.
Chintan is raising his hand.
Chintan, can I have you on the screen, please?
Am I audible and visible?
Yes, Toastmaster Chintan, thank you so much. So, Chintan, I will give you two choices, okay? So, what kind of person you are? Do you have any interest in politics or not? You don't have any interest. Huh?
That depends in the situation I am in. I'm okay.
Okay,
I'm
so
okay
then let me put you in a situation, okay? Because I have that power today with me. So, Toastmaster Chintan, as a festival minister, how you will manage festivals in our country? As a festival minister, how you will manage festivals in our country, Toastmaster Chintan?
How many of you have enjoyed Diwali or Holi today? Almost all, right? Today I enjoyed Holi at my office. There was a grand celebration, but there I observed few people who were not having enough food. They were not having enough clothes to put on. There were people who were begging on the roadside and we were enjoying inside. And this is the scenario we must have came across on a day-to-day basis. Might be we are going to somewhere in our car and there is a small little child of around 10 years of age. Our happiness just to get 10 rupees. And if I become a festival minister, the first thing I would do is to redefine the meaning of festival. Because a festival should be for everyone, for every soul who lives on the face of earth. And I hope each and every one of us would agree. Because no matter what we are or what standards we are at, one might be manager, one might be student, but to the core, at our heart and soul, we all are the human beings with the emotions, with the same joy we get when we give our happiness and share our happiness. That's the biggest thing we can do on the festival. And as a festival minister, I would not set predefined dates for the festivals. Rather, I'll make it open that you can enjoy the day as a festival when you wish for. The only thing, you will not get the holiday in your office. And that's what I want to share my thoughts. Over to you, Table Topics Master.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Chintan. Our nation needs the leaders like you for sure. And who knows, you will be a festival minister someday and you appoint that ministry in our Lok Sabha for sure. So with that, now, ladies and gentlemen, before I proceed, I would like to request everyone to please come on the cameras. Toastmasters is a platform where we know each other. Okay. Today, I came in this meeting, in a joint meeting especially, because I want to know more and more people. So today I know Harshita, today I know Chintan, I know Manish. So if you don't come on the camera, I might not recognize you the next time we meet. So just requesting on you that part. So is there any someone in the meeting room who, kind of swings between past and future? You have most of the thoughts around it. Do you have someone who would like to share thoughts around that topic? You can volunteer using chat window and you can raise your hand as well. Harsh, thank you so much, Harsh. You have that confidence. I just really like that. It takes guts to raise that hand. It took me 2 months when I started my journey just to raise that hand. And so kudos to you, Harsh. So Toastmaster Harsh, I would like to ask you the role of past in our future. The role of past in our future, Toastmaster Harsh Arora.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Firstly, I would like to say that we should live in present. Recently, I realized that every time either we are living in past or we are thinking about our future. It is important to think about our past so that we can change in ourselves to make our future better. But to make our future better, it is important to live in present moment, to live it happily. Most of the time, I feel myself that I was either thinking about my past or cursing my past or thinking about my future to make it better. But the present is the moment in that we can do our actions to make our future better, and so that we can not curse our past. This is what I would like to say, and there is a quote that you have to actually I was forgetting the quote. It is about a person who it is about two person who lives in past, who curse himself to live in past, and other person forget the past and live in today. This is all about the quote. I forget. Sorry. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Harsh, for sharing your thoughts, and those are really wonderful. So Bhavna is really set to speak on my topic, and I just love when there are people in queue for my role. So for sure, just before we proceed, I would like to give you a small tip on table topics. Okay, so most of us worry about coming on the stage because something holds us. There is anxiety, there is there is fear that if I go on the stage I will not be able to speak and all. So there is a tip that you guys can follow, and I sometimes follow in my Toastmaster journey as well. So there are three perspectives of our table topic. Okay, so once you get a topic, the first strategy that you can just open the topic. Okay, just speak about the topic for 10 to 20 seconds, just introduce that to the audience. The next thing you can do is you can give your perspective to that. You can give a personal story. I 110% sure every topic has you can associate a personal story with that. And once you do that, the next thing you can do is you can generalize that topic by giving an action point to the audience. So for example, like Harsh said, right, you should live in the present moment. So if you carry these three steps in your table topic journey, in case you struggle with the table topics, it will really help you a lot. Okay. So without making you guys more bore on the technical things, I will move on with Toastmaster Bhavna. Can I have you on the screen, please?
Yeah.
May I audible?
Yes, Bhavna, thank you so much. So, Toastmaster Bhavna, the Holi is on, everyone is talking about colors, bright colors, but I have something special for you. Toastmaster Bhavna, which part is black in your life? Which part is black in your life, would you like to make it colorful, Toastmaster Bhavna?
Can I get 15 seconds to think over the topic?
For sure, ma'am.
Yeah. How many of you have a career? How many of I would like to ask a question for all of you, that please let me know how many of you have a right path towards your career. If yes, please raise your hand. Yes. Or most of the people don't have, right? I am the one of that person who do not have right path towards our career. I can say it is a black color of my life. I am a 23rd-year-old girl, and I am doing so many things in my life. I am teaching as a professor, as a career professor. I am teaching, and I'm a Toastmaster member. Whenever I get time, I just join the meeting. I'm hustle and puzzle in my life. Someone tell me, Bhavna, do this thing, Bhavna, do this thing, Bhavna, do this thing, and when I was an 18-year-old, I got the job. I was earning well. At the age of 18, I was earning 20,000 per month. But that was not satisfied in my life. I was not satisfied with that job. Even I'm struggling towards it. That what I need to do. I do not have a direct career what I I would like to hand over the stage to our table topic master.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bhavna. Though we lost you in the end, or it was glitch at my end, a network glitch, but the story that I heard about you is really inspirational. So would like to hear that as a prepared speech someday for sure, so that I can take something out of it. So for the next volunteer, I would like to, so guys, you guys really have a good DP, I can say, okay? But I would like to see your real faces, to be frank. So if you can turn on your videos, that would be great. In case you are not able to do, that is also fine. I can only help you. Dipali, please switch off your video. I want you to be safe. I know you're a dedicated, enthusiastic Toastmaster, but just, be on the listening mode as of now. Thank you so much, guys. So I need a next volunteer who thinks that he or she is bad at choosing, or if he or she thinks that they're good at picking the things. Any case would work. Okay, so Ishan wants to play with the choices. Ishan Taneja, thank you so much for coming over the screen. So Toastmaster Ishan, please tell the audience how to choose between black and white. How to choose between black and white, Toastmaster Ishan Taneja.
Black and white, the two colors which are polarizing, be it on a chessboard or at any point of life. Honestly, I have had various experiences where I have to choose two things, and I probably chose the wrong one. First of all, in my 12th class, I was a science student, and I picked that up in peer pressure. I didn't know that I had an interest in it or not. So I chose it up. I scored decent. I landed up in an engineering college, yet again in peer pressure, not knowing what I want to do with myself. I worked on it. I did my college studies, and I realized that I wasn't doing well. I am not made for it. So, first case was that I chose the wrong stream, and now I have realized that, and I'm working on it to change my field, and I hope I do. I go to the black white side of the spectrum where I think I will be more comfortable as a career in my career. Other than that, in terms of football as well, My brother was a massive football fan. He got me into the sport. He supported one of the most successful teams of the time called Manchester City. He is a big fan of the club, and I started watching the sport because of him. And one day I just had a love with certain club called Arsenal, which was a struggling club. We always have that underdog mentality, right? We always love to support the underdogs. So I started to support that club, and even though I don't regret it, but I think I would have been better off supporting the better and a successful club rather than a struggling club. And no worries at all, I would say. There are two spectrums of life, and it's all about perspective. If people find black in Arsenal, I find my whites in Arsenal. So that's it. Over to you, Toastmaster. Joe Gagan.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Chan. So you really had an interesting perspective to this black and white. And I wish you all the best for your personal goals that you're going to take ahead. Do let me know in case of any help required. I have some footballer friends in the house, so which might work in your connection as well. So thank you so much. So ladies and gentlemen, keeping the note of time, we are running late from our schedule. So I will go with the last topic of the day as of now. And this topic is for someone who is environment friendly, who likes to go green, or who takes care of the environment, or like to take care of the environment, I would say. So do we have anyone in the house like that? You can raise your hand, you can put in the chat window, I will call you up.
We have a guest as well,
Sure.
Gagan. Gagan, would you like to take this up?
I just missed the name. Who's the guest?
Gagan. Another Gagan.
Okay, Gagan. So Gagan speaks with Gagan. So would you like to come over the screen? You are on mute if you're talking, Gagan.
Yeah, I was on mute. Am I audible?
Yes, Gagan, you are audible. Would you like to go for a topic?
Yeah, sure. I think I missed that last part you mentioned. That
I will give you the topic now. I will give the topic now. You have to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. Okay.
Okay, I will try. Yeah.
Sure. So, Gagan, is it okay to relate environment with festivals? Is it okay to relate environment with festivals? Guest Gagan.
Yes, it is okay to relate environment with the festivals, right?
Yes.
Okay. So in my view, yes, it is okay, absolutely okay, because you take any festival, you talk about Diwali, you talk about Holi, in environment, if we say everything covered, right? We have the Mother Earth, we have our plants, we have the creatures out there on the earth. So many number of times, if let's say we take an example of Diwali, when we are doing, we are making that effort to bring smile on everybody's face and doing the celebration, we many number of time, we forget that the creatures who are there on the Mother Earth, they are getting disturbed by the crackers which we are burning, right? And anything which we are doing, if we have to spread the happiness, we definitely need to keep in mind that those creatures and everything which is related to the environment of the Mother Earth, they are being considered, and we give special importance to those as well, because those are certain things who cannot tell you what kind of a problem they are facing and they are dealing with, and we know that they are getting disturbed and they are having that difficulty. So it is always good to keep these things in mind when we are doing all our celebrations and we are having that festival. Definitely you should go ahead and do that. And if it's not, tomorrow is Holi, right? We know, and you will not find any street dog on the road that time, because all the street dog will be hidden somewhere, because we are playing colors, we are playing with water, and these are the things which disturb them, right? So we have to be, and if we have to do our bit, and I don't know how many of you are plants lover. I am, right? I have got many plants at my home, and I take very good care of them. Every day when I wake up, I just go out and meet with them and have a small chit chat. I don't know how much will you be able to relate to it, and how much will you understand my emotion, but I do that, right? I spend time with them,
And this makes me happy. This makes me help start my day on a good note, right? So when I am taking care of these plants when they are at home, and the same plants who are outside, or the animals or the pets, which we take care of the pets as well, and but we forget to take care of those animals who are outside, right? So we have to be very, very cautious, and we have to be very careful when we are doing any activity. Do the celebration 100%. I agree, but do take care of your environment as well. And I would agree to what you said. Environment should be considered when we are doing our festival. Thank you.
Thank you so much, guest Jagan, for your thoughts. And you don't have to tell your love for the plants and environment. I could have seen that in your face when you were talking about that. And I just respect the people like you who are in this world right now. So the next time we meet, I would like to greet you as a Toastmaster Gagan rather than a guest Gagan, so that you can start your amazing communication and leadership journey. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
So, ladies
Thank
and
you.
gentlemen, with that note, I would like to take a leave. And to be very frank, I might not be able to do well today because I had a client meeting before this session, and I had a client meeting right after this session. But one thing I would like to say as a closing remark: there will be people in the house today who didn't raise their hand because someone was stopping you for doing that. So I stopped myself from raising this hand for around 2 months when I used to attend the meeting as guest back at Infosys Mysore, and I still regret those 2 months. The moment you come on the stage, the moment you speak, the moment you recognize that you are lacking in something, from that day your new journey starts. And if you feel that you are a good communicator, you don't need impromptu skills, go do contests out there, right? You have the opportunity to take the glory stages in the world at the international platform. So everyone has their personal and professional reasons to be in Toastmasters. You just find yours, because I have found mine 5 years back. Ladies and gentlemen, with that note, Gagan Jolly signing off. Do meet me, do talk to me whenever you need any help, anything apart regarding Toastmasters or anything in your life. I would be there for you. With that note, over to you, amazing Toastmaster of the day.
Hey, thank you so much, Toastmaster Gagan. From here, I will take over.
You can have the polls.
Yes. Let's vote for our best table topic speaker. A few more votes. I just request everybody who hasn't voted yet, please vote. Great.
Okay, we are good to go.
All right. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rohit. And indeed, it was a wonderful table topics session with Toastmaster Gagan. So thanks so much for that. Now we are in the final section of the meeting, that is general evaluation. Now we have another club with us. I asked this a few meetings back to everybody, and I would love to have a response again on this. Do we learn from our mistakes? Do we?
No.
Can we have a raise of hands?
Now that you have asked this question, we already know the answer.
But we have a different, another club as well. So let's see their views today. Can we have raise of hands who think that we learn from our mistakes? Okay, Rohit. All right, great. Well, we have a quite educated and informed audience. So I would like to say, in my opinion, and from what I read, is that we do not learn from our mistakes until we reflect on them, right? We have seen people making the same mistake over and over and over, and then they do not realize that they made a mistake because nobody reminded them, they never reflected on their mistakes, and they keep doing the same mistake again and again. But we don't want this to happen to our Toastmasters. And that's why general evaluation section, it takes place in every single meeting, because they say feedback is the champion for our feedback is the breakfast of our champions. So this is what we are going to do. I, together with my fellow evaluators and auxiliary role players will share the report of the meeting. In general evaluation section, everything that takes place in the meeting will be evaluated. But to begin, I would like to first invite our evaluator of first speaker's speech, and that's Toastmaster Purva. But before inviting her on stage for the evaluation, let me ask her, can I have everybody on camera, please? I hate seeing just the screen and no faces. Can I have everybody on camera? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Toastmaster Ishan, Rohit, Toastmaster Kartikeya, Toastmaster Manish, Anurag, Dipali. It's Holi time, firstly. I don't know why, but I don't see so much excitement. Okay, we have Toastmaster Dipali traveling. Okay, this is great. I hope you're not driving though. Great. So for the first speaker's speech evaluation, I would like to invite this beautiful Toastmaster who has been very consistent in the club, who is also our secretary of the club and has been creating amazing posts. And she recently shared an article on books which has been published in the newsletter. So congratulations on that, Toastmaster Purva. Without further ado, help me welcome Toastmaster Purva on stage for her evaluation. Over to you, Toastmaster Purva.
Thank you so much, Captain. Okay, so today I was evaluating none other than Toastmaster Jagravi's speech. And for the starters, it is very creative and it is commendable that you prepared the speech in such a short duration, because as far as I know, you took the back out today. And it is amazing that you prepared such a beautiful speech in a short period of time, and how seamless you delivered the speech. It did not feel like you were the back out today. It felt like you were preparing for a long time for the Holi special meeting. Okay. Besides that, amazing presentation. The way you were changing your backdrops, first of it was brown, then green, then the sea, and it was quite witty of you to ask the question while you were changing the backdrop. I could actually perceive that you are changing the backdrop while you are while you have asked the question, so that the audience has that time to think of the question, and in that time you're changing your backdrop. Amazing interaction. In your last speech, it was your icebreaker. I remember your evaluator recommended you to not make the speech very interactive. And today, the interaction and the audience engagement was on point. You did not go overboard with the interaction. It was as much as needed. And this speech was very well reciprocating with the theme Holi today. And again, I would say I appreciate that you prepared the Holi special speech in such a short time. I do not have a lot of recommendations for you, but still I would like you to use more of the voice modulation part. For say, when you said a splash of colors, you could have said a splash of colors, so that the splash is going with your voice. We know that, okay, it was a splash. When you said blue is the color for peace and stability, you could have said blue is a color for peace and stability. You could have lowered down your pitch so that we know that, okay, it is about peace and stability. Besides that, amazing articulation and the storytelling part, you literally aced on that. How you articulated that it was the Stan Max, it was started by your grandmother. First, you opened, sorry if I'm wrong, it was like you bought a juicer, then the Golgappa, and then finally you ended up with the Stan Max thing. The speed, tone, and volume were very much in sync, and you did an amazing job with the content. And I wish you luck for your future speeches. Back to you, Toastmaster Harshita.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Purva, for wonderful evaluation. Now moving on to our second evaluator, Toastmaster Puneet. So far from what I know, Toastmaster Puneet is a very energetic Toastmasters who likes to interact with the fellow Toastmasters and like to learn from them. And I think Toastmaster Puneet was the one I first interacted to ask for the joint meeting. And so without further ado, help me welcome Toastmaster Puneet on stage for the second evaluation. Toastmaster Puneet, stage is yours. Toastmaster Puneet doesn't seem to be present in the meeting.
He's having some network issues, I believe. So we can go ahead with other evaluations, and once he's back, we can take his evaluation.
Okay.
If it works.
Okay, no worries. So then we go on to our auxiliary role players. We'll call upon the auxiliary role players for their role evaluation. For that, first, I would like to invite Toastmaster Isha for the role of grammarian to introduce us to tell us about the report. How was the meeting grammar-wise? From what I know, Toastmaster Isha is again a very enthusiastic Toastmaster, and she is also a VP for the Infosys Toastmasters Club. Over to you, Toastmaster Isha.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Harshita. Greetings, everyone. I am again back at your service, but this time as a grammarian. And herein, I share my report with you all. Just confirm me if my screen is visible.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So first of all, I would like to congratulate Toastmaster Jaggravi for using the word of the day once. Secondly, here are the good usage of grammar and vocabulary that we had in today's meeting. So someone said indispensable, which means necessary. The other one said wicked, which means something which is morally wrong. Triviality, which means lack of seriousness or importance, or we can say insignificant. Someone said panting, which means breathing with short, quick breaths, or a moment when you are out of your breath. Someone said polarize, which means to divide. The other word he used was spectrum, which means a band of colors as seen in a rainbow. Someone said hastily, which means hurriedly. Someone said intuitive, which means having the ability to know or understand things. And the phrase which I really liked in today's meeting was, the world is a heaven. It is a beautiful phrase and I really liked it today. We need to improve here. Someone said things are the totally struck. Well, it should be things were struck. Someone said checking all the speeches. No, it should be evaluating the speeches. Someone said I was hustle. It should be I keep hustling, because the person was talking in present continuous tense. Other than this, I did not see any blunders in today's meeting. Over to you, Toastmaster Harshita.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Isha, for a wonderful report. All right, okay, great. All right, moving on to our next auxiliary role player. Help me welcome Toastmaster Dipali. She is a debutant of the day. She has recently joined Toastmasters and already been very consistent. She has been taking table topics and performing really well. Toastmaster Dipali? Okay, yes, she's here. All right, so over to Toastmaster Dipali for her report on the counter role.
Thank you so much, Harshita, for introducing me. So guys, I'm here again with my report here. So as we are celebrating Holi, I found so I will be sharing my screen. So is it visible?
Yes.
Okay. So don't go in, guys. So this is just for my references. So just focus on the words which are used here as a filler words by all of you. So someone use, okay, I'm not going to say someone because here you can see the names of the person. So one thing I wanted to say here is that today our table topics, whoever speaks in table topics, those did really well, because I found like 2 to 3 or most of the table topics who are actually speaking in table topics, they are using very less filler words. So a round of applause for all of those. Yeah. So here I can see, there are some new filler words I have found, that sometimes and generally. So Arpit is basically using this a lot, what I found. So I didn't counted it, but we can somehow reduces the usage of sometimes generally in using the sentences. And I also found out that so is one of the filler word that is used by him. I can say like 7+ times. I didn't counted it. So we can use it. Maybe this might be because of the consciousness, or because that he was basically. I am also nervous right now. Okay, so I am not counting my filler words. So yeah, so this is one of the things that I found. She was very, very good, but then again, she used one Hindi word. So I just grabbed that word and I was like, okay, I need to show this in my report. Then again, so there are small words that you can see. Okay, also today I found that okay is also the one word that is used as a filler word, like right. So right is one of the word that is used. Okay, right. So this kind of situations, I think, or maybe in the sentences, we can remove, or we can avoid using those sentences. And here other things you can see that is the one of the very similar, or I can say like very frequently used words by all of us. So I just counted small things here, not much for all. So I ignored some of the things, some small R words or R sounds that we have done just because while we are thinking. So yeah, I think I'm done with my report now. Thank you so much for listening me with my filler words.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Tripali. Now, moving to our next auxiliary role player, that is the role of a timer, I would first invite our Hack Master of the day. Our Hack Master is none other than Toastmaster Harsh, who is very sincere, who loves table topic and always raise his hand whenever invited for a table topic. Without a further ado, help me welcome Toastmaster Harsh on stage for his role today.
Thank you for inviting me as a Hark Master, and I am jubilant to ask the questions that I have listened in the speeches. Firstly, I would like to ask from Jaggravi, why do you choose colors like brown, green, blue only?
Actually, I started writing this speech at 3 p.m. and these were the colors that came into my head first. That's the only reason.
Okay, I am giving you this situation. If there is no color, how would you imagine the word would be like?
If there is no color, what I'm thinking about is some sort of caricature with only outlines. Outlines of people. The kind that come in the newspaper, those caricatures.
Okay. Thank you. Now I would like to ask questions from Arpit. Arpit, are you here?
Yes, I'm there.
Which leadership qualities do you want and expect from the club?
Okay, so I basically want a democratic style of leadership. The reason is I came to know that the club is going offline, so it was my desire that they could have taken my opinion as well into the consideration and kept it online for some more time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I would like to quote something that the biggest problem of communication is we don't listen to understand. We listen to reply. And so I would like to request all of you to please listen to understand, not to reply. And one more factor. The word listen contains the same letter as the word silent. Thank you. Over to you, the general evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Harsh. Now, before calling on the timer again, we have Toastmaster Puneet back for the second evaluation. Toastmaster Puneet, can you check your audio and video? Toastmaster Puneet, are you there?
Able to hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Is it okay for you?
No, it's cutting out. Speak again. All right, then we'll have our timer report. Did somebody maintain the time report? I know Toastmaster Parul was facing some challenge.
So I have maintained for the last 4 players, role players.
But
Other
I
than that,
think
I have no clue.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I think Dipali crossed the time limit.
Yeah, she
Right?
did. Yeah.
Actually, I was not able to share my screen. I was trying to. Then I asked Ishan to play the timer's role.
Okay, no worries. So whatever report we have, let's just share that report.
Honestly, due to the paucity of time and it was so sudden, I couldn't make any specific Excel sheet.
No
So I have
worries.
maintained the 4 times. Toastmaster Purva took 2 minutes 59 seconds. She was just in the red zone. And Toastmaster Isha took 1 minute 43 seconds. In the yellow, she was in the yellow zone. And Toastmaster Dipali crossed her time, even though we will cut her some slack because it was her first role. And she took 3 minutes 16 seconds. And Toastmaster Harsh Arora took 1 minute 43 seconds. He was in the yellow zone again. And other than that, I don't have any other time reports.
All right. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ishan. Do we have Toastmaster Puneet? If there's some network problem, then probably we can have the evaluation offline. We don't try. Okay, no worries. Then I will move ahead with my evaluation. We do not have to vote for evaluator since we had just had one. Now coming to our auxiliary role player, Rohit, are the votes ready? Okay.
Yeah, Sita, actually, I had a question. What happened to the Mohali group in Punjab after the elections? There is a network problem with so many people.
I'll definitely give this question.
Toastmaster Puneet is here, so I'll ask. Okay, he has saying something. Okay, yes, that's what we were saying, Toastmaster Puneet. Let's have your report offline and I'll continue with my evaluation. Thank you. All right, are we done with the polls? Okay, great. Thank you so much. Now coming to our first evaluator, Toastmaster Purva. Toastmaster Purva is a very good speaker, if so to say, and she always, whenever she speaks, she comes with a calm and confident voice, and that's what I could see in her evaluation as well today. But as a evaluator, she recognized the speaker for the back out, which is great. It is a motivation. She mentioned that the speaker took a back out role and didn't have much time to prepare. Then she also talked about the backdrop setting, which is great. That means she was paying attention to everything regarding the speaker's speech. Then she also talked about the engagement part, which is very important whenever a speaker is on stage. They're giving their 5 minutes time. The audience is giving them the 5 minutes time. It is important that the audience is engaged. So that was there. Toastmaster Purva also acknowledged and shared the feedback on voice modulation. She mostly covered all aspects of the speech, but I have few recommendations as well for Toastmaster Purva. First being, the specifics were missing from this speech. Like you mentioned the specific only when you were giving the voice modulation recommendation. If you could also mention that what specific did you like about the speech, that would have added more value. The speaker would know that, okay, this part was great and I would continue to use this kind of practice in my future speech. So I think that was a little bit missing. Secondly, sadly, nobody introduced the title of this speech. I did not hear, I'm sorry if I missed it, but I did not hear the title of this speech. Although it's a responsibility of the Toastmaster of the day to introduce the title, but in case if he has missed, it is second responsibility goes to the evaluator, so that everybody understand a little bit about the speech from the title. You could have either pinged the title in the chat box, or you could have maybe shared the title before starting this speech. before speaker was starting their speech, because title give us little bit introduction to their speech. We at least know that what speaker is going to talk about, or maybe we get a little bit of idea. So that is very important, but it requires quick thinking. I know it was not a problem from your part, it was TMOD's duty, but it's great if we have that quick thinking that we can introduce the title. The one thing that I would also say, that in the end, it is important to mention whether the objective of the speech are met or not. It is always great to let the speaker know that your objectives are met. Otherwise, as I mentioned, you were calm and composed. You did a great evaluation. You noticed almost all aspects of a speaker's speech, which is great. So congratulations, Toastmaster program. We did not hear second evaluation, so I will straight move to our auxiliary role players. And for auxiliary role players, we had Toastmaster Isha as grammarian. What a wonderful report. Talking about the introduction, Toastmaster Isha articulated her role really well. That helped us understand what the grammarian role is and the word and the idiom of the day. She also had a slide available for everyone to see, which I personally love, because if you miss out on words or listening part, you at least have a slide to see. So sometimes people do not remember what they listen, but they do not forget what they saw. So that always helps. Now, during the report, she presented good usage of the grammar, bad usage of the grammar, and who shared the word of the day, which is great. Now, just one recommendation I have for Toastmaster Isha is that if nobody in the meeting using the word of the day, which was so relatable to the topic, what you can do is you can share the word or idiom of the day again in the chat box to remind people that this is the word or idiom of the day. Maybe when table topics start, when new people are coming, you can put it again in the chat box so that they are reminded of the word and usage of that. Other best practices I recently learned from other Toastmaster club is that you can share a word or idiom of the day in advance, one day in advance in your club group, so that people would know this is the word we are going to use in the meeting, and they can come prepared. That is the short way for them to learn the word or remember the word of the day. So that's one practice I recently learned, and I would encourage all of us to do that practice as a grammarian. So, but overall, it was a great report presented, good articulation of your role, and it was wonderful for me to see you as grammarian. So thank you so much for that. Now, coming to the role of our counter, it was Toastmaster Dipali who presented the report of the report of our counter. Now that it was her first role, but she presented it really well. I noticed that she gave a good introduction of her role, and then she was very confident and smiling throughout her introduction of the role and while she presented this speech. I also liked the color-coded spreadsheet that she shared for the counter role, and people could see how many filler words and sounds they used. It is always a great practice to have a spreadsheet available. What I also liked was the friendly tone that she had throughout her report, the way she presented and advised about their filler words and sounds. The few recommendations I have, but then I will just stick to one or two because it was her first time presenting. The first recommendation is that the only recommendation I would give for today is that while you are presenting any role in general, just make sure that you tell your audience how to get better at that. Either in the initial time when you are giving introduction of your role so that people already know how they can avoid using filler words and sounds, or towards the end of your report. So that is very important. You just don't tell that I am going to notice this. You also tell how you can improve on these things. So that's about the counter role. Overall, it was a great presentation. And for the first time, and it was so good to see you so confident on stage. So congratulations on that. Now coming to the timer role, we know that Toastmaster Parul had some network issues, so she could not present her report, but I want to say that she had a good introduction of the roles. The way she introduced the timer role, it was great. She also shared the slides to show the color cards, which was great. I noticed a few something during the introduction, because she was there in the introduction part only, that she did not make eye contact. Seemed to me that she's reading a script, but it is always recommended that you look into the camera or towards the audience to make that connection with the people. So that's only one recommendation I have. I understand that there were network glitch, plus you do not use Zoom, so it was a new network, new platform for you to come on the meeting. So that happens, and thanks Toastmaster Ishan and Purva for jumping up and helping the timer report. So thank you so much for that. Now coming to our, we had, yeah. Toastmaster Rohit?
We are left with the Hackmaster.
Oh, right, yes. So Toastmaster Harsh was playing the role of the Hackmaster. Now, it was a great start when you started with a question, and you also kind of noticed what was happening in the meeting. But role of a Hackmaster is to listen carefully and ask questions in general to Toastmasters to understand whether they were listening, whether they were attentive in the meeting or not. Were they listening to the speakers or not? So what you can do is, I know it was your first time doing this role, so I understand that happens. But for the next time, what you can do is you can take note of pieces from the speaker's speech or the entire meeting, and you can generally ask in your session, who said this or who said that? Can you tell? Instead of putting a spotlight on somebody, suddenly asking them question, even if they knew, it makes them nervous to be on spotlight suddenly. So we avoid doing that, and you can ask in general, and people can raise their hand and tell whether who was the speaker, who said this or who did not say this, whatever your design of your Hackmaster role is, the questions. So that was it, but otherwise a great attempt. Thank you so much. Now,
Thank you.
Now coming to our Toastmaster of the day, it was...
Sorry to interrupt, we can have the polls for best role player.
Right, thank you. I'm sorry, yeah. Go ahead, please.
People, please vote.
A few more votes, please.
It's time.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rohit. Now coming to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Rohit Yadav. I would say, because he is the member of our club, so I've seen him growing every time he comes on stage. And I would like to congratulate him for the confidence that he has brought today on stage. He has improved leaps and bounds in the club. He was very confident. And what I really liked, innovative about Toastmaster Rohit's TMOD, that he firstly asked whether would you like to listen to a music or would you like to go for a story first. That was very innovative, and I love that bit. Now, he also shared a small anecdote about his childhood memory, that he was taking crackers on Holi. But I would love to ask, I mean, are you always future planning? Like, I do not plan Holi, that is tomorrow. You were planning it on Diwali. So that was amazing. So, and now the next thing is that you complimented each speaker. This has been improved a lot, that you were introducing the speaker, you were complimenting them as well. Now for recommendation bit, I have two for you. Firstly, a Hackmaster role is introduced during the G session, but it is okay that you introduced him in the beginning, no harm. The second one is the title. Again, I mentioned in the previous evaluation, the title of the first speaker's speech was not introduced. And I think, in fact, not even the second time I introduced that one. So it is very important that we share the title before we invite the speaker on stage. All right, so this is very important. Please keep in mind that we are always introducing the title. Other than that, I have, it was a wonderful session, very entertaining. I love the song. I have heard this, I have heard you singing before, and I'd love to hear again and again. So great part there. Thank you so much. It was engaging session and great. Now for Toastmaster Gagan, for Table Topping Master, I know he had to leave, but I have a few things for him. I can share it with everybody, and I will share it separately with him as well. Firstly, great introduction of Table Topping Master. He introduced how we do Toastmaster table topics. He also introduced how we can get better. He also motivated the speaker in between when they were not raising their hands for table topic, which is amazing. He shared his best practices so that people do not hesitate coming on stage, and they come for the table topics. And I haven't, all this while I was thinking I am a great motivator, but seeing the table topic master, I realized there is a lot for me to learn from him. The way he encouraged the speakers, the way he motivated and congratulated them, it was a great learning for myself. Now, I do not have much recommendation for Toastmasters Gagan. I just felt that if we had slides as well, that would have been added a more touch to, like as I mentioned, that it's always good to have visuals as well. That's all, but then it's always optional. That's just what I feel about slides. That's all from my side for the table topic master. With that, the evaluation section is done. I hope you had some valuable insight. Now with that, we'll move to the feedback round. Now we have Toastmaster guest / Toastmaster Munish with us. Do you mind sharing a bit of your feedback with us? All right, so Toastmaster Isha is mentioning that we'll have to leave. It's our apologies that the meeting got delayed, but thankfully we covered all the section. We just have a feedback and awards pending, so we will share that with everybody. All right, and thank you so much. It was a great coming together, joint meeting with all of you, meeting all of you and knowing all of you. So thank you so much for that. Now let's ask Toastmaster Jasmeet. He's joining us after a long time. How was your experience, Toastmaster Jasmeet? And since that you are a seasoned Toastmaster, I'm sure you can share some valuable insight on today's meeting.
I'd love to share something about the city of Mohali. Chakte fatte 90 gilli, Swere Mohali, Shami Delhi. I'm from Delhi. My name is Jasmeet Singh. But trust me, my heart is in the Tri-City. First time I visited Mohali was in 2016, and trust me, I felt connected there. Mohali is my go-to place whenever I'm stressed out, I'm depressed. I just go there and it feels very natural to me. And trust me, if this wasn't for Mohali, I wouldn't have been here. And I joined the session for some 30 minutes or so, but it was enriching and engaging. Virtual meetings are tough, but the way you guys pulled off TMSL and Mohali, Infosys, great job. Absolutely great job.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jasmeet, for sharing your valuable feedback. And now, great. Now coming to our second guest / Toastmaster. Toastmaster Chintan, do you have any feedback to share?
Hello, everyone. So this is, I think, my third meeting. The initial two I did not attend fully, but today I thought and I was convinced enough that this has to be the meeting I will fully attend. It's always amazing to attend such joint meetings because I know few of the people of both the clubs, and it's always great to listen to great orators and speakers. And as I told earlier also, that the USP of your club, both of the clubs are the vibes they have, and the hand-holding you people get whenever something happens, technical issue or something like that. So that's what make our community great, and you are doing great job. And thank you very much for the invite. Over to you, Harshita.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Chintan. Now we have Toastmaster Dipali. It was her first role. So let's hear from Toastmaster Dipali. How was her experience as our counter today? Toastmaster Dipali, are you available?
Yes, I am actually not able to switch on my video right now, but I would like to share my experience. So it was good, and I'm confident if so. But I felt you are right when I got the evaluation. I know like there are some of the glitches in my speech, and I think you didn't mention all of these, but I felt some more things also on my personal side. But I think I will improve if I go ahead on the speeches, and I will try to do that. But overall, usually I don't feel confident while speaking. Sometimes I used to think that okay. That person might be thinking that this thing about me, and the other person might be thinking this thing about me, but today I didn't did that, so that's why I'm so happy maybe right now. So yeah, I think overall it was good for me, and all the point that I need to be work upon, I will work upon it. Sorry, I think
no, go ahead.
Okay. That's it from my side. Thank you.
Great. I will definitely share detailed evaluation if you would like, but we slowly and gradually improve. You do not have to worry about it. You did really great. I actually do not have much, just maybe a couple regarding your network issue because you were traveling, but nothing more. So it was great. Thank you so much. Now coming to our awards time. So let's see who won the awards. For auxiliary role player, can we, Rohit, can we have...
Yeah, we have the awards. Do we need to guess?
We had 3, right? Hackmaster Harsh, and we had Isha as grammarian, and then timer, we had Ishan and Toastmaster Parul, and then our counter Toastmaster Dipali.
Anyone
Any
wants
guesses?
to guess?
Dipali.
All right, let's see. We are running out of time. Let's...
Okay, it's Isha, but she isn't here. It was a close fight, though. None of the participants from Mohali Toastmasters Club is here.
No worries, we'll share the certificates with them. Now coming to our best table topic speakers. Best table topic speaker.
Any guesses?
Quite obvious, Munish.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't Munish. It was Gagan. Maybe people remember the person who spoke the last most. That's why they vote.
Yeah,
Fair
actually,
enough.
that's
I have been conducting
yeah.
polls for last 2 to 3 months. The high chances are the last 2-3 speakers win.
Yeah, the
Now
last
I'll
one,
always go
it leaves
last.
that impact.
This is another hack I am seeing. Okay, great. I'll raise my hand last because I am not very confident about my table topics. So thanks for the hack. Now moving to our best evaluator.
I don't think so. We need to share certificates.
We don't even have a competition.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
we only
Right.
have-
Sorry. I have written every award name there. So, okay. Moving on. Best role player.
Okay.
This was a
Anyone
tough
want to
one.
guess?
It was Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Rohit. Then our table topic master, Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster Gagan. And then I was there for general evaluation. I personally would say table topic was amazing.
No,
It was
was
definitely
our beloved president, the dictator, the
Wow.
Harshita Arora,
Thank you.
who is not democratic.
All right, and now moving on to our best speaker.
यार ये ban करो ऐसे तो
Toastmaster Arpit and Toastmaster Jagраvi. Let's see. Any guesses?
Do you still want to guess?
I haven't heard, but I would guess Jagravi.
Well, she has been consistent
I don't
with
know
her
why.
performance and awards.
Yeah, ban 2 people here,
Consistently
Purva and Jagravi. They all take, whenever they take a role, they win an award.
Yeah, they are stacking the certificate somewhere. I hope they're not printing it just in the mailbox. Okay, it's obvious that it's Toastmaster Jagраvi. Great, congratulations, Toastmaster Jagраvi.
Toastmaster
I definitely
Democracy
love...
was here.
the innovation bit that she present in every meeting. So that's amazing, and that's something to learn from her. Now we're done with the awards. Now it's time to close the meeting, but we have a special way to close our meeting. So we do not have Toastmaster Rohit, so we'll go back to our Saturday Ram to close the meeting with a tagline.
Also, we don't have anyone from Mohali Club, so we can do our tagline.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone's gone.
Yeah, no, they actually they're corporate club, so they have to be careful of the timeline. So, all right. Nonetheless, we are here and we are good to do it. So let's Toastmaster Dipali, let's ask her. Do you remember our tagline? Okay, let's go ahead. Let's not put her on spot.
I guess everyone here remembers this because all of the members have attended more than one meeting.
Yeah, definitely. I think Toastmaster Jasmeet was saying that he wants to go ahead.
Okay, no, I said I remember.
No, Toastmaster Jasmeet will go ahead.
We'll do it together.
Yeah. Okay, great. On a count of 3. 3, 2, 1. In TMSL,
we don't want our champions to walk back home. We want them to fly back home.
Yay! Thank you so much, everyone. Happy Holi. Hope you enjoy your time tomorrow, and it's a long weekend. So hope you have a lot of fun. You travel and you come back home
Happy
safe.
Holi, everyone.
Happy Holi, everyone.
Happy Holi, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.